Microsoft Windows just makes your everyday work easier. Isn't that the point of personal computing anyway? Microsoft Windows.
In the early 1990s, Windows 3.1 was a game changer. A colourful and fluid graphical environment to rival Apple's Mac OS, and the first real multimedia experience for IBM PC users. It had video playback, music, animated screensavers. The sky was the limit. Well, sort of, but those limits looked a lot higher than they did from back down in the command prompt. Which brings us to the subject of today's video. It's a CD-ROM I recently found in a charity shop called the Star Wars Trilogy CD-ROM. No, it's not the movies on a disc that would have been impressive for 1996. This is actually a desktop theme pack. It's very similar to the After Dark screensaver collection that was really popular for Windows 3.1 at the time. And it's all stuffed full of clips and sound bites from the 3 Star Wars movies, and of course there were only 3 at the time, to make your Windows 3.1 desktop feel much more at one with the Force. Let's take a look. The first thing I'll do is boot into Windows. And you'll see that from the initial install of the software, it'll greet you with the opening clip from the first Star Wars film. In stunning 300 by 150 resolution. This was video for Windows, and very impressive it was too. The main interface for the program is the personal desktop, which runs in the background while you use your computer. Incidentally, you don't have to sit through a video every time you boot your computer. Just clicking on it will dismiss it. But then, if you didn't want to watch it, why would you have set it in the first place? From the personal desktop interface, you can select system events like Windows Start, individual application start, various window interactions, errors, and even keystrokes. Let's try setting an app startup event. We'll select a program from here. Let's choose ClarisWorks, the popular Office suite. What would work best for a word processor? How about some positivity from Luke?
I won't fail you.
Select the clip. And save. We'll start the program and...
I won't fail you.
Yep, there he is. Now let's go back and pick something for app exit. You know, sometimes I do feel like destroying a planet at the end of a long day at work. So let's give that a try. Here's Luke again.
I won't fail you.
Close it down, and... Sorry, Luke, seems like we failed after all. Now you might have noticed that there aren't a lot of clips to choose from. This is because most of them are on the CD. Since hard drives in those days were much smaller than CDs, the software doesn't copy all of the clips over on the initial install. It gives you this file browser to explore the rest of the clips on the disk. Let's go for something from Return of the Jedi. How about Chewbacca? Or maybe Vader? When you've found one you like, hit transfer, it'll copy over to your hard drive. Then you can import it into your clips list, like this. It won't have a very descriptive name. Metadata wasn't really a thing in those days. so you have to name it yourself. So let's set the clip that we just transferred. What program would fit an angry Vader? How about Castle of the Winds? The legendary Windows 3.1 roguelike. We'll set the Vader clip for app start. And for app exit, let's have R2-D2. Why not? So, here we go. A question of vengeance indeed. Vader does look quite vengeful. And there's R2 as we exit. Shall we try one of the window events? How about something that plays when we move a window around?
I have you now. I have you now. I have you now.
Ah, perfect. It doesn't always go to plan though, especially when DOS programs are concerned. Let's try setting a video for Wolfenstein 3D. Something suitably exciting. Oh dear. Well, the video played, but it seems to have crashed Wolfenstein on load. Violated system integrity, that doesn't sound good. And it looks like it's corrupted the system colors as well. But audio on app exit works a lot better. Now I've got no problems launching Wolfenstein. And when I go to quit,
Don't make me destroy you.
there's Vader. One of the more obnoxious things you can do with this software is set an audio clip for keystrokes. Let's try it. We'll have Yoda laughing when we hit enter. And Jabba the Hutt when we press backspace. Let's go to Notepad to test it out. Oh. Oh no. Oh, this is so much worse than I imagined. No, this is terrible. Why would anyone do this to themselves? Let's put a stop to this. And finally, let's set something up for Windows Exit. I think there's only one thing that I want to hear at this point.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
And there we are. Hours of fun. The publishers, SoundSource Interactive, released a few more of these. One for Terminator 2, Babylon 5, and both of the Star Trek series that were out at the time. I'll be on the lookout for those. Let's shut down this YouTube session. Thanks for watching. Check back for more videos soon, or you can find me on Twitter via the handle that's on screen now. And remember,
The Force will be with you, always.